Creek Carter here, Carter Diversity. Chopping Down Entertainment representative, artist, writer, CEO, founder. Shout out to Mickey A.L. Magic Michael Carter, also CEO and founder. Shout out to C. Killer, Mark Anthony Carter Jr. and Trust, and Secure Party. ML Carter Trust Corporation. Heart of Helping Hands. Shout out to my wife, Chastity Beard Carter. Shout out to my sister, Shamika Carter, Hicks, Marvell. Shout out to all my brothers, Noel, Steve, Calvin, Tony, Fro. Shout out to all the great people in the world, man. Good, the bad, and the ugly, man. I love all my people. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. You know what it is. Shout out to all my people, man. I ain't never did nothing wrong to you. I ain't got time to play games with you. But what I'm here for right now is a conversation about toxicity. Toxic people. Toxic women. Breaking those chains from being toxic in the mindset, in the feelings and emotions and the responses in which you have conversations with people, when you communicate. Look at that, flexing good, man. Woo! Man, what they don't know, man, is mindset is power, man. Let me get that back down. You know, I'm always working. Let me get that computer back down, man. Mindset, man. Rolling that camera around, man. Always working, man. Always working. Shout out to Chopping Down Entertainment. Shout out to iSpad Radio, Sean, DJ Skinner. Shout out to my boy Skull Boss, Craig Field Collins. Y'all go check them out on YouTube. Check iSpad Radio out on YouTube. You know, Facebook, Instagram. Man, check out Chopping Down Entertainment, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check out ML Carter Trust Corporation.net. That's my page, landing page, lead page. That's my site. Man, evolve my brand with the quotation mark for expression and fact, a statement of fact. To evolve me, evolving as in evolution, to transcend or ascend, to go beyond the normal, coming out of cocoon into the evolution of being the greatest of self. These my brands and my designs, man. Shirts, merchandise, teespring.com, Chopping Down Entertainment. You can go to my IG, creep-carter-, and you can look at my homepage, click the link in my bio, and you will be able to see my 90 plus designs for Evolve, Chopping Down, Carter Bros, and etc. Sabrina Kane, let me sip my wine. No alcohol drink. Shout out to Sabrina Kane, BWO. Hey, but in truth, this is all about toxicity and people being toxic from multiple experiences and relationships, and then they drag it on into their new relationship and their new experience and new environment. So from being boxed in the parameters of toxicity from their old experience or old environment, they never cleanse themselves or get away from that energy that they've entertained for so long. Now they drag it in, like Erykah Badu say, bag lady. They bring these extra bags, all this extra luggage into the new relationship, and now that toxicity continues to spread and overcrowd and overwhelm the new relationship. I'm married, as you can see. European style marriage. So it's a lot of things in marriage that we entertain, and that dealing with past experiences while we are engulfed and enveloped in a new experiences. So conversations I have with my wife is about releasing and relieving yourself of past experiences which keep you bound to a certain toxic way of thinking and feeling. When it's positive, be positive. You don't have to be negative when it's positive, and let's you're just a negative person, because it has to be an equilibrium, a balance of between good and evil, negative and positive. So unless you're just a negative person, then you won't understand the concept of being positive when it's appropriate to be positive. So these conversations me and my queen, my goddess, continue to have are very important. So the toxicity of past relationships and past experience with different, people lead you to be a certain way and be bound by that if you don't break free and evolve from it. Somebody hear me say something. A little parched. It's not that you can't evolve. You can evolve. But you have to be willing to, sacrifice all that past bullshit and toxic feelings and emotion to transcend and go beyond those boundaries to what? Entertain the new you, the new self, the higher self. I was at a misfortune and disadvantage to go to prison, but it was also a benefit to what? Help me elevate my mindset, my spirit, my energy, my diet, everything that deals with being a better you. Yeah, it's prison, but in truth, that gave me the opportunity, in which I took advantage of, to start knowing myself more, so I can be the better Marvin L. Carter, the better Yahuda ben Yahweh Israel, the better Yahweh Godhead, conscious, super conscious minds in science. They call it the super conscious mind, the God mind. To be the better self, you they Wabhead. You understand? So the toxicity, I recognize it because we all come from the individuals that come from these negative environments. We all come from these negative environments, what we call the ghetto, the hood, the projects. We was born and raised in Michigan. We was born and raised in Michigan project. And this was a, fucked up ass ghetto. My dad raised us. My mom left us, my dad raised us. So being in this community and being raised by a man, it wasn't an emotional roller coaster. It was more of a one-dimensional, aggressive, radical protocol that my dad implemented, and that's because he was a man and he was trying to be fearless and implement to his kids fearlessness to be the strongest they can be. But at the same time, we babies, we didn't understand that. But truth of the matter is, he was trying to make sure that we be the best. He's protecting us, but make sure we also protect us when we get older, making sure that what he gave us, we will be protecting others or ourselves. So it was crazy. It was like, one of those things. But the environment was toxic. We was in the ghetto, the heart of the hood, one of the baddest communities, Michigan projects. It was, man, fucked up. But my dad, he instills in us fearlessness, facing your fears and, facing opposition. He taught us a lot. There was 7 kids in the house, right? At this time, it was 6. Mama Abby, he ended up marrying. And then, Tony came, her other son came, and it was my brother who, I love to death, but he didn't stay with us the whole time, but he was back and forth. Make a long story short, it's 7 of us. So just the truth of that, 7 my number. Let me show you that. Again, it was 7 of us. Boom. Your number. Yahweh, Yahweh kept us together, but toxicity was always flowing around these environments. Being able to perform in chaos and misery. My brother Noel Divine, been with us since he was a baby. We all have experienced these toxic environments. It's a lot of things individuals don't address because they don't want to have to go back to the moment, but it made us who we are. Like I'm not ashamed of where I come from. So when me and my wife had these conversations about past experiences and toxic people or environment, I make sure I let her know that it's not just you. I'm talking about myself too. To be the better self and the greatest I can be in the man I've become, the greatest Godhead that I am, It's because of my past experience, which made me and developed me into who I am today. But I crossed over. Hebrew, one who crosses over. Ibri. Ibri is one who crossed over. Hebrew. So I crossed over from a lower state to a higher state. The consciousness of this is that I don't want to be, or I don't want to exhibit or translate toxicity to others or to myself, because I don't have to. That's not what I came from. That, so I don't want to have to keep doing it. Like, I came from being in a toxic world and having a toxic reality and a mindset of entertaining toxicity in these places. So why would I have to keep, or why would I want to keep entertaining that, knowing I do not enjoy it? We have the opportunity and the ability and the eligibility to change, the accessibility. We can change these things. We don't have to allow ourselves to be consumed or continue to be consumed by these things because of our environment. Street Carter, man. Carter diversity. Diverse thoughts. I ain't gonna bore you. It's just evolve. Come out of that cocoon of lower state and transcend and break free of your boundary to be the butterfly. Evolve, man. Concept of thought, notions, mindset. Like, how much can you tell a person when they've already made their mind up of who they are? You know, you already who you are. I understand. You know, me and my wife, we talk about that. I know myself, and it's okay with that. But do you know yourself in which you are the best you are? Is it I know myself in the I'm entertaining the most defiling state of me that doesn't allow me to be the best me? Like, ego is important, because ego is confidence. Like, don't be ashamed of ego. Ego is confidence, and people be scared of that. Like, your ego is who you are. So that's your confidence of yourself. And embody that. You know, embrace it. Because that ego allows you to be the best you with confidence. And no one can distort that or discombobulate the formation, or I want to say, let me look for the right word. No one can distort creation, formation of the way you are by knowing who you are in ego, the confidence. Because ego ain't nothing but confidence. Like, you're not allowing other people to tell you who you are. You already know who you are, and being exuberant and pulsating that good energy. Like, no one has to tell me who I am. I know who I am because of confidence and ego. And I stroke my own ego because I'm confident about who I am. I'm not like trying to pretend to be this more highly intellectual person to everybody else. No, I'm an intellectual because I have chosen to use my intellect to what? Advance in life. Use my intelligence to acquire more information and process it, translate it, to apply it. My experiences made me who I am, and my experiences make me wise. So I just use those to what? Manipulate the situation, like manipulating matter, which already exists and can't be destroyed. So it's the same thing with environments and toxicity and being bound to your environment. Creek Carter, diverse talk, man. Chopping down entertainment. Heart of Helping Hand nonprofit organization. ML Carter Trust Corporation. Chastity Beard Carter Trust. Mark A. Carter Trust. Mark A. Carter Trust Jr. Carter Trust. Family Unit Carter LLC. So many of them, man. I can keep going. Yakin Original LLC. It's so many of them. Secure Party Creditor Marvin L. Carter. Listen, we've found our path and our way. Yahweh, Yodewave, our energy in which it had revealed itself to us as the universal power, El Elyon, Elohim. No one can take that away from us. Each one, teach one, reach one. When you teach, you can't sharpen my iron unless you've sharpened yourself. So iron sharpens iron. So hallelujah, Yahweh, man. Pray you the way. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Shabbat.